If you could make a documentary on any topic, what would it be?
The healing powers of yoga.
Documentaries.
Amber's roza breath.
What is happening?
Man, I was very excited to do this podcast. That answer just went so many different directions. No, let's not get into that. Well, let's get into it.
Wish me luck, everybody.
Can you just
That's a scary movie. That's not a documentary.
Wish me luck. I'm going to be sitting here during this whole podcast with Amber's hot breath coming this way.
don't make me start coming at
Why
you.
isn't it coming out this way?
Rip.
Yeah, literally.
Rip to me.
Why is he not getting it?
You're about to get hit with that stench real soon.
Oh, but apparently you can brush your teeth during Ramadan.
You didn't know that?
I knew that.
Oh.
But like, what's
I'd
the
be
problem?
brushing
What's
my
the
teeth.
problem with
on-
roza breath?
I've been on that.
Even Mufti, when we had him on the podcast, he was like, "You can brush your teeth."
I low-key be brushing my teeth more during my rosa because my mouth gets dry.
Mm,
So I have to like Listerine and brush midday.
yeah. So is roza breath a thing?
Wait, you're doing like Listerine strips?
Whoa,
Not
she's doing too much.
strips.
She's like eating gum.
No, like-
chewing gum.
Wait, you're chewing gum? Wait, you're taking breath mints?
What the heck?
Amber,
First of all, I know you weren't talking about my breath and your lips are so crusty right now.
my lips are not crusty. Can we get a cam on?
They literally are crusty right now. You got a
It's
whole
not that
line of
crusty?
crust right
Are my
here
lips crusty?
on the inside.
Right here?
Yeah. So I know you ain't talking about me.
Are they crusty?
They were. He just
They
looked.
were.
Yeah.
It's okay.
You know what's funny? My mic wasn't on for that, so I'm gonna say it again. I can't see from where I'm at, so I'm gonna go with Amber's word and say your lips are crusty.
Mm.
Dang. What'd
They're
you say?
not.
You said healing powers of yoga?
I did because
I feel like you're about to make that like a TikTok documentary.
I mean, I basically am already documenting it like on my stories and stuff, but literally I feel like people don't understand how yoga can literally cure so many things. And I saw this documentary on yoga on Netflix that has to do with Bikram, who
What's Bikram?
he's a person who
Oh.
made Howard
I thought it was like a Bitcoin like Bikram.
Bikram's like from India and he made hot yoga, like the
Like he
sequence
invented
or
it.
whatever. So technically he was taught it, right? But he took all the credit.
Mm.
So people started taking the name away, whatever. That was a really cool documentary to learn about it. But I was like, I wish that there was like a documentary that could show the like healing powers because you can literally do so many things that people result
believe
through
it.
surgery.
I actually believe it.
Yeah.
When we were doing yoga, our instructor was like, you can't bend enough. Or like, what was it that you can't, your body will not break doing yoga
Oh yeah, your
Right?
body cannot
because it
physically
would be
break.
too painful if you went too far.
Yeah.
But the amount that you're able to stretch it out is like so good for you.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that's really cool because it healed you.
Yeah, it did. It was either like back surgery or this, and you know, it like I feel perfectly good today. And I know there's a lot of people who have like serious injuries and like problems
Yeah.
that if they had done yoga or they have done yoga and it's solved them.
You know, like sometimes when you hear about something, like a new word or something, and then you start hearing it everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
Like when you had a back problem, I
Mhm.
figured out like so many other people had back problems too.
Mm-hmm.
And they were doing like similar things like yoga and stuff like that. And I'm like, oh, this is like a huge issue.
I need to get on
Yeah.
that like more.
Yeah.
I look good doing yoga.
Oh my God. There's a huge chunk of my followers because I started putting out stuff like that and they're responding like, yeah, I'm dealing with it, this and that. And I'll be like chilling with my friends and they'll be like, oh my God, my back hurts all the time. And I'm like,
Girl.
come to me for either stretching, yoga classes, something. Cause I'm
What's
like,
the main cause of the back problems?
well, you're not
Posture?
moving. No, it's the fact that your spine isn't like moving enough. So our
Yeah,
spines
so like
are,
sitting like at the office.
your spine just basically gets stiff. You want to keep it fluid. So posture, just not stretching it enough.
Twitch streamers.
You're like, it's just
We got
it's just
the best
stacked on.
chairs.
And we're also not like upside down enough for our spine to decompress either. So
You should be upside down more.
you should, if you can, you should get upside down.
Dang.
What was your answer?
I said documentaries. Like a documentary.
On
documentary
making
about documentaries?
Yeah.
Like on the flaws.
On making documentaries, how it affects you, like all that's, you know how like the questions we were asking Khloe,
Yeah.
like, you know, basically,
Why
what
do
if
you
there's a
not take it home?
documentary on making documentaries, how it affects you, what you
Mm.
make, how you go into the process? I think it would be super meta,
Mm.
kind of funny.
I would not watch that.
Why not?
It sounds boring.
We would not watch yours.
Well, I'm not telling anybody to watch it, but I'm just documenting it. This podcast is actually being documented right now
The documentary.
for the effects of Amber's roza breath on her fellow co-hosts.
Well,
So I'm already working on mine. Get at me.
okay,
Meta.
just don't speak in my way, or else your crust is gonna come flying over here.
Amber, don't talk to me about crust. I dealt with mine. Yours is a lifelong problem. Can yoga fix that? Let me
yeah,
know.
I'm sure it could.
All right, guy.
Rosa brain.
Hey, strangers, it's Shimmer here.
Thank you guys for tuning in to an episode of Strange Flavors. My name is Shimmer,
I'm Faraz.
My name is Amber.
and this is the strangest and greatest podcast in the game.
That's crazy.
This is brought to you by Alif Theory. If you'd like to email us or send us your music, strangeflavorspodcast@gmail.com.
Oh, you're really loud.
You can see our
Ooh,
that's some phlegm right there.
Rosa Flum.
Rosa phlegm. Not everything's a rosa. All right. You can see our beautiful faces on YouTube. Be sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe.
Wow.
Thank God you can't smell.
Thank God. Who knows? Maybe in the future we'll add like an update, like a 4D smell. No, actually, we don't want to do that.
Yeah.
We don't want to do that. If you'd like to support this podcast, you can with the link down below and be part of Strange Flavors Town. Strange Flavors Town includes Bobber's Bagels, Cassie's Cupcakes, Erha's Ices, Fria's Falafels, and Uslam's Apples.
Yeah.
You said Ira's apples.
Which
No, I
is
didn't.
Which is temporarily closed and will be opening for iftar.
That was good. That was
I
good.
like how he actually went in. Like y'all clowned him, right, for not doing his
Not y'all,
traditional thing.
just Amber.
When did I clown him?
just Amber. Okay.
Just Amber.
Yo, shout out
No,
to
you
the-
no. You jumped in too.
If you guys are
too.
wondering what you're seeing right now, it's the stress cam. Show them the stress cam.
Stress cam.
This is
Yeah.
the stress
It's been
cam.
coming to me. I'm not stressed. Well, I
This is the
kinda am
sign, guys.
stressed.
Yeah.
This is a
stress-
face reveal for you.
Face
Face
reveal.
Yeah.
reveal.
Yeah, you
No,
have
I
it.
mean-
I
He
was
was on
on
the
an
podcast.
episode. What you mean?
Yeah, but like a behind the
Did you forget we did an episode where I was the guest?
Actually, I did.
This is
This
I,
is
okay. I have
sad.
two screens. Like I have to remember to look at the camera. I've been
Yeah.
behind the camera too long.
Now this is ultimate stress cam now.
Ultimate stress.
Just stressed about even more.
I think one episode you're just gonna have it on me the whole time while I'm just switching back and forth between all these and like telling you to not say that.
Oh
right?
my gosh.
It's funny because it gets stuck.
But- oh wow! And one of the cameras just stopped shooting.
Oh man.
The technical difficulties you can only
Whoa,
see
that's
on
not even
YouTube.
him right now.
What?
Anyways, what's going on?
And if you want amazing merch, you can get it at strangeflavors.store.
Yo, I gotta tell you guys something about the merch.
Mm?
What?
I got my second Moderna shot, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
That thing hit.
Right.
Did you get it during Ramadan?
Yeah, first day.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah. So
you got your first shot before me, and I got my second shot before you.
who
Weird.
cares?
It's just weird. That doesn't make sense. Okay, keep going.
Okay, so I'm feeling the effects, right? It's like you get chills.
Mm-hmm.
You're sweating, you're cold at the same time, big fever.
Mm-hmm.
And there's one thing that saved me.
What?
It was the merch.
No way.
I put on the strange flavors. You know,
No.
I got the crew neck sweatshirt.
Mm-hmm.
I had that on for like 3 days. That thing kept me warm
Wow.
and contained. I was able to hold it together. I was able to keep my fast and I got through it.
Mm.
If you go to strangeflavors.store right now, you will be healed.
Magical power is
Guys.
not guaranteed.
Vaccines, Moderna, Pfizer, Johnson. No, not Johnson.
Yeah.
Johnson.
Not Johnson.
Do
Just
you ask for
Moderna
it?
and Pfizer are sponsored by strangeflavors.store.
That's not accurate, but don't sue us.
Don't sue us.
But yeah, save your life. It's just as good as yoga.
It's just as good as you.
We also have other merch
Really?
that we just
Oh.
dropped
No.
on
Ramadan
Ronopono.
merch.
Rosa merch.
Rosa. That's what I was trying to go for.
Yeah, we just put out our Ramadan Essentials line on ronopono.com.
Wow.
We got the Gains for God.
Wow.
We got the
Ooh.
classic Intentions, dog.
Ah.
And we got the Halal Gap.
Mm.
We got face masks for Halal Gap. So
I need to wear that shirt to remind you.
You see this right here, guys, on
Mhm.
YouTube?
And,
What is that? What is this?
he's still trying to cross it.
What is this? This is
It's a
less than 6
barrier.
feet. Less than 6 feet, but there's still a
Barriers.
gap.
I'm the one that put up the barrier.
No, I asked you to put that there.
You
The
see
s-
this?
The sister section is to the right.
There's
Everyone.
a smaller gap, but
The sister section is in between two brothers right now.
This doesn't sound too great.
How's the stress section though?
The stress section is it's
It's popping.
it's going great.
It's stressed.
Oh, look, there's that blue like little flash of like there's
This
a blue
is an
screen that
audio
just keeps coming up.
podcast too.
Oh yeah, it is. So I got to remember that.
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
How's your guys
there you go.
how's your guys Ramadan going though? We're 5 days in?
5 days in, yeah.
Yeah.
So last year, I don't know if you guys had the same problem, but I would sleep at like 9 a.m. Like my
yeah.
nocturnal was even worse than like usual Ramadans.
It was COVID X
Yeah.
Ramadan. That's
Yeah.
why.
So you were staying up all night,
All night, yeah.
and then for Sahur you were up, and then afterwards,
yeah, I
you'd
would
go
go
to
sleep
Still
at
up.
9 a.m. and then probably wake up at like 5 p.m. or something like that.
which
Mm.
helps the day go by a lot faster.
Yeah.
But it's also kind of depressing
Yeah.
in a way
Yeah.
because you want to live out through the whole day and stuff like that.
You need sunlight.
Yeah, but so this year I was like wanting to battle that. I was like no 9 a.m.s, and I did.
Yeah.
So I'll sleep like an hour after suhoor.
Wait, you still sleep after Sahur though?
Yeah, I'll sleep like an hour or two before Sari sometimes, depending
Mhm.
on how tired I am. But it's hard.
What time do you wake up?
It's hard. I'll wake up at 12.
Mm,
So not too bad. Still
That's
have the whole
solid.
day.
you?
I was gonna share a story
Go ahead.
because okay, the last time I shared a story about my dad, people liked it because they were saying that he's a wholesome dad.
He is a wholesome dad.
I like that
Is this
that
not
word's like a
wholesome?
thing now. No, it is
Oh,
wholesome.
okay.
It was just funny. So with dates, I don't like most dates because, well, I like the taste of them, but for some reason, dates are the only food that they get stuck on my teeth and like
Oh,
just
really?
stay there. And like, it feels painful.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm
I
talking
can
about?
only have like 2, 3. And the sweeter and juicier they are, the more it hurts.
Like it gets stuck. And so I'm like, I always tell my mom, like, Mom, I'm gonna either like, chop up the date or I'm just not gonna have it all, break my fast with some salt. And she's like, no, like you have to have the date. Like she's very
it regulates your
traditional.
glucose levels.
Fine.
That's why.
It could be worse. You could be allergic to dates.
Are you allergic to
Yeah,
dates?
I'm allergic to dates.
Oh my god.
The stress scam.
I'm allergic to dates. It's bad.
So like you haven't had a
We
date in
shouldn't
like
be
years.
laughing.
No, I haven't.
Oh my
You-
gosh.
Wait, have you ever had a date?
Yeah. I had a
That's
date. I had a
haram.
date, and then my throat started closing up.
Guys, moment.
Whoa.
Can we get a-
Whoa. What kind of date were you on?
Oh, Amber.
Dogs, bro.
Man,
I'm
Oh,
fasting, bro.
bro. Come on. Moment of silence for Hassan.
The,
Go
the
ahead.
fruit. I'm allergic to fruit. The dates that I can't
Guys,
talk right.
Guys, Isan, I don't know if you know this. We found this out recently. He's allergic to like fruits and vegetables.
He just doesn't
Like
like
almost
fruits
everything.
and
And
vegetables.
also everything.
No, I'm
fruits.
actually allergic to a bunch of different fruits.
Raw fruits and vegetables.
Yeah, as long as so you really want to break this down? Don't
No,
you?
no, we don't.
No, okay.
Like that's whack.
It is whack.
It is.
Think about how I feel.
Well, you probably don't know what you're missing out on.
Yeah.
But
How does that even?
If you don't have it, you don't know what you're missing out on.
Well, if I had it,
He's
I,
had
I
it. Then
know-
you're not even gonna
I
feel
know,
good.
I know how I'm affected by it, right?
Right.
But
Like I
has it,
know
like-
that's how I know I'm allergic to this or can't.
Has
do
it
this, stomach
tasted
doesn't agree
good?
with this? Huh?
Like, does it taste good when you like eat it and then your throat starts closing up?
Depends on what it is. Like when it comes to fruits,
The date.
you know, the
How's
date.
Yeah, how's the date?
I don't remember. Honestly.
Dang.
was
It just
a while
closed
back.
his throat up.
Yeah.
well, we're sorry about that, Isan.
You just said that that's why.
It is whack. He agrees with me.
I know.
Yeah, it's whack for me because I can't have dates. I can't just take an apple and eat it as a snack.
Yeah.
Like,
Also, if
That's so
anybody,
sad.
if any hitman wants to get Isan, just leave him.
Bruh.
Just order him an edible arrangements and he's
giving all,
gone.
all my secrets right now.
So
Okay.
what's your,
So-
your date
so-
situation?
So there's these specific dates that are a little bit harder
Mm.
and they taste really good. So I like those. My mom got them one time. I was like, okay, these I can do.
Mm-hmm.
And then my dad found out and he was like, hold on.
Oh no.
My son likes these dates.
Oh no.
Then he goes to the store and he buys like 2 ginormous packets of those dates, comes home and he's like, look at this. We're ready for Ramadan. And I was like, Baba, like the amount we had at the house
Uh-huh.
was enough. For
the
Ramadan.
Yeah.
Even if I ate 2 dates every day,
Uh-huh.
I would have enough for like 4 or 5 years. But he insisted. He was like, my son gets the best dates. I love
so
him.
cute.
He's great.
You
That's
can't
awesome.
mention that you like food around brown dads because they will buy you a surplus. Last year during Ramadan, I told my dad we didn't have eggs for Sari. He brought 378 eggs.
Insane.
Yeah, remember? And then everyone was like,
Yeah. Don't waste it.
How
you're,
many eggs?
You're wasting.
I was like, there's 7 people in this house. That's a 28 days.
Son's
It was
doing the quick maths.
Literally, it was half of a fridge was filled with eggs.
Yeah.
When she-
Like whenever I take one egg
Uh-huh.
just to put in my ramen noodles or have on toast,
Uh-huh.
my
Your
mom
throat closes up.
my mom
Oh.
just throws a fit
Why?
and goes like, "Do you know how expensive they are? How much cholesterol there?" And then you're sitting on 300 eggs.
378 eggs.
oh, my
I'm
God.
taking a dozen with me before I leave.
Listen, it's
His son
downstairs.
does not have the privilege in many areas.
I need my eggs.
Get him his eggs.
Get him his eggs. That's the only thing he can eat. My God.
Yeah.
Recently, so you guys know that I live kind of like in the middle of nowhere. Not many people know where that is. It's a lot of farmland and et cetera, et cetera.
Bel Air.
Bel Air.
Failure.
So we've been working on this mosque for a while. There was problems with it where, we got this 50 acre of land a few years ago, and people around the area were like, no, absolutely not. Like, we're not having this.
This was like a town hall that you guys had, right? And they were like in opposition of the mosque.
There was a hearing for it, and they were basically claiming that it was going to cause traffic jams and all types of like random issues that weren't true, because there's a Dunkin' across the street that is completely packed. Like,
Yeah.
and for all of the, Friday prayers put together in a month, it wouldn't accumulate as much as that Dunkin' will accumulate in an hour. Like straight up. Because it's, people need their coffee, whatever, it's by the highway. That's where they go. So, and it's not an issue. Anyways, this plot of land, we've been building on it and it's coming together a little bit better. But for now, we still pray in the house. There's a house that came with the land, and then there's like a barn, and then another place that we're trying to turn into a mosque, right?
Mm-hmm.
So this house, the current mufti who's staying there, basically a scholar of Islam, is staying there. He is the first person to ever stay in the house, right? So he's the residential imam, and he's staying there. And we had iftar with him the other day. We were like, let's go. So we were with him the other day. We were like, let's take him out. We'll hang out, get to know him a little bit. And we ended up going back to the house. We're like, let's go eat there. We pull up there. It's like super dark because this land is just like in the middle of the woods. The house is like scary looking as is because it's super old. It's very old.
Did they renovate it?
No, I mean, they're working on renovating it.
Okay.
So to a degree, it's been renovated a little bit, but still, like outside, all of that, like it's very scary looking, right? So we get over there. We're like, hold on, Mufti, like you've been staying here? He's like, yeah. And we're like, this is low key scary. He's like, wait till you get inside. We go inside and there's like noises coming from everywhere. First of all,
Stop.
yeah, there's noises coming from everywhere. And it's me, our friends Ahmad and Usman, my brother Dawar, and the Mufti, right? Ahmad is like freaking out. He's like looking everywhere. He's checking because a new noise out of random places. And this is like, there's no one else there because it's just this house in the middle of like 50 acres. And the neighbors are like way far away, right? So all these noises are coming out. And then the Mufti's like, yeah, first night I stayed here, there was like noises coming out of the attic. And it was just like a knock, knock, knock. And he's like, I went upstairs to go check it out. It stopped. And then I came back downstairs and it started again.
Oh my gosh.
And then the room that he's in, there's like a frame there. And he sleeps there every day. And then one day it cracks.
Without ever falling?
Yeah.
Stop.
And I was like, how do you know it wasn't cracked before? He's like, no, I sleep there every day. It cracked while I was there, right? What?
You know, there's a movie about this, right? It's called Paranormal Activity.
I know.
This
I
is in
was
real time.
I was saying there's like that The Haunting of Connecticut. There's about to be one haunting in Bel Air.
Oh,
after whatever's going on in this mosque. We looked it up, and the house was built in the 1800s.
Stop.
Jeez.
It's that old. Like, it's possible that this land was used for like lynching.
Yeah.
Like, you never-
or something.
You never
Because
know.
there was slaves in Maryland.
Yeah.
But point being that this house is
Or
mad old.
anybody could have also just like died in the house too.
Probably people. I mean,
Yeah,
Oh, it's
1800.
been like-
yeah, it's been over 100 years. So I mean,
Yeah.
I'm sure there's like
lots of years. So up in the attic though, like we went in the attic, right?
so you guys are looking for this stuff basically.
I mean, the thing is, when you're watching a scary movie, you're like, why would you ever go towards a noise? Why would you ever do this? It's scarier just hearing noises
and not knowing.
and not knowing what it
Yeah.
is. Because if you go and check it out, I do this at my own house. I hear, some tapping or something. I go upstairs and I'm like, oh, the fridge is making ice. All right, cool.
So
Otherwise, I'd be laying there and be like,
you guys were hearing a noise and you followed it, or
No,
were you guys
not at this
following
point, not at
his
this point.
his like?
we just wanted to check out the attic.
Okay.
We checked out the attic and it's like, so there's 3 floors and then the attic is like, there's another secret door that leads up a small, narrow,
Another attic?
narrow steps.
Stop.
And then it's like an attic. And then there's a room in the attic that you open. It's like a square door that you have to like crouch through. And then it's this room that looks like any haunted like movie room would be, where like classically where the person turns on the lighter and then there's a face.
Yeah.
It's that room.
Wow.
And then
What's
look,
in it?
it's nothing besides like creaky
ghost.
woods and
Yeah.
it's like this, it's a triangle shaped,
hmm
little attic space. It's like the attic of the attic. And then all the way down, it's pretty big.
Uh-huh.
And then all the way down, you walk, there's a window. And then outside of it, all you see is the tree from The Conjuring.
No.
I'm not even
what?
kidding you. And there's a swing on it.
Oh my
That's
gosh.
the only thing you can see through the window. So I'm putting this out there right now that this is where our mosque is. This is what's going on.
Yeah.
And if you hear of any weird stories or situations coming from that area, just know.
Yeah.
There's also a random RV parked outside. I asked him whose it is. He says, I have no idea. And he's the only one that lives there.
Here's the best thing
Oh
about
my
this
gosh.
mosque location, right?
Yeah.
A lot of mosques have issues with like donations and stuff like that. Not enough people donate. But around the Halloween time, make it a haunted attraction.
Right.
There you go.
Yeah.
Haunted Imam's house.
Haunted Imam's house.
The haunted
supplemental-
mosque.
The haunted mosque. It's
Dude,
easy.
that's lit.
all the people around your area, they're gonna be like, oh my gosh, let's check it out.
Wait.
Let's take your kids."
Check this out. So, I told you guys that, the neighbors, they're not huge fans of the mosque, right?
Yeah.
One of the
They're
neighbors.
50 acres away. So do they are they worried?
Yeah, they're still worried. By the way, there was I was at the hearing, right? And I was the only one that spoke up for us because all the uncles were like scared and stuff. And there's this one other brown kid that was, he was going to speak up.
Mhm.
And I was like, okay, cool. Like, another member of the youth. This is good. Because when the kids do it, like
Mhm.
the adults feel
More
silly.
wholesome. Yeah.
Yeah. And no accent. So it's like, for some reason that's a barrier, which I get. But having a kid speak on the behalf of a community for some reason helps. So I'm like, okay, another brown kid. The brown kid goes up and he goes, yeah, this should not be built.
What?
He goes, yeah, my grandfather has trouble walking, and with all this traffic, it's going to cause a lot of problems. So yeah, I'm totally against this. And then he goes and sits
What?
down. I was like,
Bruh.
like, let me go meet you outside.
Did
boy.
he even discuss like the fact that he was gonna go up and talk with anybody, or did he just decide
think-
last minute and
I
nobody
think,
knew?
I think he took one for the team, and he was like, you know what? I already live around all these people. I'm going to pretend to assimilate,
Mm.
and we're going to keep everything cool.
What an
Dang.
irrelevant like piece of information, though.
What an irrelevant person. So anyways, okay. So the last thing is that one of the neighbors, we had a funeral not that long ago, a janaza, and we had to think quick on our feet because we don't have all of the setup that some of the other communities have. So we have to borrow a lot of things and do things a certain way to facilitate the situation the best we can, right? So there was a big crowd, not that long ago when this funeral happened, and it was a shock. It was a shocking death. So naturally people were there and wanted to support and show up in whatever way they could. One of the neighbors complained and was like, "Why are you guys gathering? Like, it's Corona, blah, blah, blah." Like it's a funeral. Like, it's a once,
Were you guys burying on that land too?
We weren't.
Okay.
We were just, praying, and then we were going to keep it moving and go to a land not that far away. But he was like complaining about it. And we explained like, this doesn't happen. It's just like, this is the circumstance. And then, he went back or whatever. Later on, complains again that there's gatherings happening, and we're following CDC guidelines and all of that, how it's supposed to be. And then after the complaint, a week later, he falls off a ladder.
Stop.
Wow.
And breaks like his arm or something. He gets hurt after he complains. And everyone was like, wait, that's crazy. Like, how did that happen? Like, some people were like, oh, he deserves it, whatever, right? The Mufti goes, no, this is the jinn from the mosque that are doing this. I was like,
is he just joking?
Stop it. No, he's serious about all this. He's like, I've seen much worse things.
Actually, I just want to know what happened to the kid though.
What kid?
The kid we were talking about.
Anybody like
the jinn
rough
hit
him
him
up a
too?
little? Yeah.
Oh, I don't know. I gotta check up on my boy. I don't know what
Is he
happened
like
to him.
a common Mosque goer? He just came and gave that
Oh
information.
no, I
for
don't
no
think he's
reason?
Muslim.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Just
Otherwise, we would have known.
Well,
Yeah.
this was at the town hall where like everyone was.
Yeah.
Okay.
That-
this little brown boy.
Yeah, he could have been,
Yeah.
Christian, Hindu, whatever.
Oh,
Yeah,
got it.
yeah.
Me thinking like a Mosque goer is a betrayer.
No. That would have been funny,
Yeah.
actually. We were like, yo, you skeevy boy. But yeah, I mean, like, this is the situation we're in. Like, if you try to do it, like Monster House, where you do try to do something in the house attacks back.
Yeah.
We're praying in a monster house over
Monster
here. people.
Mosque.
Monster Mosque. Yo, the
Oh
movie
my
ideas.
gosh.
Back to your documentary thing. Dude, also, we need to document this.
Yeah.
Like, every
I mean,
time
you
we
guys
go
should
there.
have-
Wait, hold on. This
Well,
should
no,
be.
we didn't know.
You should have
We
a,
should take like some sort of like ghost hunter and go and record
stay
for the
there.
vlog.
Should we stay
Let's
there?
vlog it.
Yeah. And
Yo,
vlog.
come over. Seriously. Like,
Stay there.
Record
Yeah.
it.
we
for
need to
the
get
vlog.
That'll be
you,
hype.
some of the boys over, and
Well-
like just stay the night.
Yeah.
Nah, do this. Have like a weekly holocaust, right? Call it Chilling with the Jinns.
Oh my god.
I'm good.
Oh my.
I'm good.
A Ouija board. Pull up.
I'm,
No,
I'm
there's
just saying.
There's a lot of people that, want to do things like that. And I don't mess with that stuff.
Yeah.
Cause especially people who are like educated and know about the stuff, sometimes they take it too far and they're like, oh, like you guys want to see, let me like show you and stuff. And I'm just like, I'm good.
Yeah.
I don't want to know about it.
I'm not trying to mess with the paranormal.
I'm chill. Don't want to mess with it. Like, we good on this side. So again, something happens. This is what is happening over here on our side.
At least we have a new vlog coming out soon
Yep.
with
Coming soon.
with this paranormal stuff.
What paranormal stuff?
Like you're gonna go vlog it.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah. Like, just put it out there already.
I'm volunteering you.
Yeah, Rono Pono, Chilling with the Jinns.
Chilling with the chins.
Trademark. Let's do it.
This is too much.
God.
This is too much.
You said you received a message recently.
Yeah. Do you guys ever get like weird messages from like spam accounts like, hey, follow this, or do you want 500,000 followers?
Yeah.
And then like,
Mine are usually like, there's 3 cougars in your area.
do
What?
you ever click the link
I mean, yeah.
and you like put in your?
No, I'm kidding.
Sometimes you click the link. You know,
I'm like, where they at?
where they at? You put in your link. You put in your credit card information, social security number sometimes,
Speaking from
Wait.
experience.
Wait, are you saying that you do this?
and then like someone in Cancun just takes your identity. Like it happens, all
Oh,
the
okay.
time, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It happens all the time.
Usually Nigeria.
Usually Nigeria, somewhere, anywhere around the world. So I get these weird messages all the time, and sometimes I like just troll back. I'm like, I know this is fake. I'll troll back. Like the other day, someone says, "Hey Donna, your insurance didn't go through," or something like that. And I'm like,
In your Instagram DMs?
no, this is text message actually. So I'll
Oh.
get fake text messages.
They're calling you Donna.
Yeah, they're calling me Donna. And I'm like, yo, this is Donna. Check out my mixtape. Like, I'll send a link or something. Obviously, they're not going to check it back, right? So on Instagram, I get this DM and it's like, hey, have you ever thought about being a sperm donor? And it's,
Oh my God.
it's like a, the cute, like watery eyes,
Mhm.
like next to it. And I'm like, oh, this
That's
What? Yeah.
What?
yeah. And I'm like, okay, this is like hilarious. This is like a fake account.
But
Yeah.
also, why?
So then,
relevance.
I just message back. I'm like all the time, like as a joke, all the time. And
You
then
don't have to say the joke part, bro. You think about it. It's
it's
okay.
like, the locker room talk, guys will be like, yo, if you were paid $1 million just to like, be part of a sperm bank, like, would you do it? Guys would be like, yeah, of course, all the time.
Mhm.
So it's like, that's how I was replying. And so then,
Wait, $1 million? People do it
whatever. Yeah, cheaper, much cheaper.
Way
Yeah.
cheaper.
Yeah.
He was
But that's
just
my
making
point.
Especially
a
sperm.
rough example.
Okay.
That's
or
my
joke.
point. Yeah,
Eggs are more valuable
like
than
guys
sperm.
would be like, oh, a nut, just get like $1,000 a month. Like, of course, I'll do it. So it's like stuff like that.
Sorry.
So then this account replies back and it's like, really? Or are you joking? And then I'm like, wait, what? Like, why would a fake account say really? Or are you joking
Yeah.
about all the time?
Are you joking?
Yeah. So I'm like, I'm serious. I'm serious. Like I just straight up says I'm serious. And then this account replies, could you be mine? Me and my GF want a kid and you share the same physical characteristics as her. We can pay you.
She already said you share the same physical characteristics as her.
As him.
No,
As her.
as her.
Yeah.
Oh no.
As her. Which I think is a good thing, right?
Okay.
If it's, got some nice.
Okay. Is this a real account?
And so then I'm like, oh, this is serious.
Uh-huh.
This is serious. I checked the profile. It has like 30,000 followers. Like it's a business. This person's legit. Like they legit want me to be a sperm donor for their kid.
Oh wow.
And I'm like, what is going on? I'm surprised. First of all, someone thinks my characteristics are so valuable that
For a girl.
But Shah-Ameer is like, oh my god, I'm so
Well, okay,
honored.
That's a big thing, right? That's a big thing, right? Like if someone's like, yo, I want your DNA, right? To be my kid. That's a huge deal. And someone's deciding that and someone's already made that decision to be like,
Tell them to literally
That's
go
pretty
to a
fire.
sperm bank.
what?
Get what?
Tell them to literally go to a sperm bank.
What?
No, but they
chose
want
me.
him.
They want me.
He's the chosen one.
But they have so many options at the sperm bank.
Like what? For character?
Amber,
Yeah, you
this
can.
is not gotta catch them all.
Gotta catch 'em.
This is we want Shimmer Wally.
Yeah.
Mm.
They want me.
Is this like a
specifically.
real person's page or is this like a sperm page?
It's a real person's page. Like it's
Oh.
their business page. I don't know
Oh.
why they're replying with me with their business page, and so then I was like, how much? And then
How much?
and I just wanted to know like, what are the legalities?
Yeah.
Are they actually serious? And they're like, oh, yeah, you don't have to sign any like. You can sign all the legal custody. Like you don't have any custody with it. Everything will be paid off. We just need a sample and stuff like that. And I'm like, all right, I'll get back to you, but I don't think I'm going to do it. Also, the price wasn't high enough for me.
What was the price?
And I'll tell you guys later.
Oh.
But I mean, I just didn't have, they didn't tell me if I could talk about this or not. So, because this is a serious topic for them.
Well,
probably.
we don't know who they are.
I know who they are. And so, but yeah, like it wasn't enough for me. And
It wasn't a nut for me.
but I was like, I'll get back to you guys. I don't know. But it felt weird because I was like, yo, my children essentially are out there and someone else is gonna,
Yeah.
take care of them. That's like a huge deal
Yeah.
for my
it
part
is.
too.
Mhm.
Not even just theirs.
Emotionally and mentally.
Yeah. And I'm like, this is crazy that I actually kind of had this opportunity that stumbled upon me in my Instagram DMs.
It's like, are you doing a good thing or are you doing a bad thing? Because like it's a good thing to like.
What's the halal of this?
There is none.
There is none.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I don't know. Is there?
No.
I'm
You
sure
can't be a
there.
sperm donor
no.
at all.
Oh, there's
No.
just not.
Like
Dang.
even like
Because that makes you that kid's father.
yeah.
Mm.
And like for example, like I can't even accept. I mean, halal wise, I can't have somebody else's eggs like implanted in me either.
Okay.
Like if I had a loss of eggs or something,
Dang.
what do they call it? Like an egg donor, fertilized egg donor. Like your eggs fertilize and they pass it over.
Wait, there's this Vince Vaughn movie. It's
Oh,
I don't know
yeah.
if you could look it up, but I
Where he
forget what
has
it's
like
called.
100 kids around the world
Yeah,
from a sperm.
I forget what it's
donor.
called, but it was he was a sperm donor. He was just like getting money from it, and he has all these different kids, and then like all of them eventually like find each other because they were curious. They were like, "Who's my dad? Who's my sibling? Whatever."
Mhm.
And like, I think through like
Delivery man.
Delivery Man, yeah. And so, what?
It's based on something real.
So he finds out he's the biological father of more than 500 offspring,
Oh, it's that.
Okay,
and
not
many of them are suing to learn his identity.
That's a lot of nuts.
Yeah, so they all get together and they're like, let's find out who our dad is, and they just like show up eventually, and he gets along with them, and then he's like, okay, let's like, make a plan to make some sort of a reunion all the time, and that would be you,
Yeah. So if you see
delivery man.
if you see little shimmers all around the country, just know I'm stacked with cash now.
Little shimmers.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Little shimmies. You'll recognize them by the long legs
If they're very tall,
and the snaily voice, and they're going around saying, "Keep shining, keep shining."
might be in a city near you.
The snail
Oh
army.
no.
they all come out the womb with a Twitch account, like
Oh my
already
gosh.
streaming.
And a vlog camera.
Who was it that like just had like so many kids? Was it like Genghis Khan or something? That
Who just had so many kids?
not just.
Just Genghis Khan, yo.
No. He had like. He's responsible for like so much of the population of.
So you're
Oh.
you're thinking Genghis Khan.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because he had basically, what is it? If you're anywhere in that part of the world, right? Korean, possibly Chinese, Indian, Pakistani, you're more than likely
A
a
descendant of them.
STEM. Yeah.
Mm.
Even Indian, Pakistani.
So wait, how did that?
Why do you
how
think
did
there
he
are
do
so
that?
many like
Khans.
Pakistanis and Indians with the last name Khan?
Wait, can you explain why? Like how did he do that?
How did he do what?
Like,
do we
Yeah,
have to have
probably-
health class? Right?
no, but
All
like
the videos.
no, I mean, like, did he
Mans
like?
is probably going to work.
But
all the
like
time.
on like that many women?
Probably.
That's crazy.
I mean, he was
Yeah.
an emperor. What?
Whether
like a ruler.
whether it was him or whether it was people part of the family, part of the bloodline,
Yeah.
like so
and
many.
they
different-
conquered,
yeah.
right? And they would do stuff to people that they would conquer.
Yeah.
So
Oh, so they're
So,
just
like-
trying to like spread their.
they're
Nation.
I think so.
Like,
Well, it was
right?
well, it
I'm
was
not
a
a historian, but-
it was a real diverse like empire. Like when that was there, right? Like you had like even people in the courts were from all different like countries, like some Middle East, some Indian, some like it was
Wait, my last name is Khan.
you could get
Yeah,
exactly.
That's your daddy.
Exactly.
Better call
And
him
you
daddy.
don't know your history, but no, like it was kind of like
Everybody's
the
used to
Ottoman
that.
Empire where you had all
A
these
new
people
daddy.
coming together, right? And
Daddy and 5 others now.
but yeah, we have Amber who's a Khan descendant and she doesn't even know her
Wow.
ancestry.
So all the daddies, it's accurate.
Yeah, that's crazy.
More than that. That could be you, bro.
That could be me.
Honestly, that's a fire thing to do. Like through in his head, he's like, "Yo, I'm gonna just have mad children."
Just impregnate a bunch of women.
I mean, like I'm so on. I feel, but I feel honored.
It
You know,
seems like he forced himself too. It sounds
What?
like
Yeah, I'm
it's-
sure it's horrible.
Yeah, it sounds terrible.
Well,
Who?
not all of it was forced. I mean,
Oh.
just to throw that out there, because there were just actual marriages with a
Genghis
bunch of like
Khan fans.
not just Genghis, but like think of everyone in
Yeah,
the
yeah.
family, right?
Mhm.
like, oh my god.
Those were probably weird times. Like
Mhm.
Yeah, it's probably like, here, come here, and then they just do it.
as a family, you probably like want your daughter to like marry this man too, because then it would
Yeah.
bring you a lot of like.
riches and stuff.
That's probably what. Yeah, a lot of families.
Is he
probably act
providing
that way
like
too.
spousal or not spousal child support for all these things?
Amber.
Well, no, it's no. It was like, hey, become a princess of the court type thing. I'm sure
That's a
that was
lot
a
of
scenario a lot
princesses.
too.
and they probably thought he had like divine blood and
Well,
stuff
thing
like
is,
that.
Yeah.
well, thing is, you guys are also stemming all this from one individual, right? Like there could be several of his like brothers or cousins or whatnot that did the same
Yeah.
thing.
Mm,
You know,
interesting.
Putting in work.
And work.
Yo, we were talking about Photoshop last time, right?
Yeah.
And you have some sort of situation with Khloe or what's going on?
Yeah. So I don't know if you guys ever noticed Khloe's Instagram, but she always, people will notice that her face looks
She looks
different.
different every single time.
Yeah. Like people notice her face looks different every time. Everything is like overly edited and, super polished and everything, right? So she went on vacation with her family recently. And her grandma was just like, sitting by the pool and she just snaps a picture of Khloe. And Khloe just stands there and smiles and she took this picture.
Her grandma?
Her grandma, MJ.
Oh. I don't think I've ever seen the Kardashian grandma.
MJ.
I don't know what that is.
Oh,
I
well,
don't know
so
either.
Pull up a picture.
MJ went and she posted on her Instagram, was just like, my Khloe, right? Khloe went and she got a whole team to scrub that picture clean of the internet because it hadn't been photoshopped,
Jeez.
right?
What was the picture?
So I have it right here.
Wait, so she told her grandma, hey, delete this. And then now
Because
that's all
people
over the
started
internet.
screenshotting it, right? And
Yeah.
it's honestly not even a bad picture.
Okay.
So this was a picture that her grandma
I
posted.
can't look at this right now, Amber. I'm
Okay,
on a
but
fast.
look at it objectively.
Showing me bikini pictures.
Don't-
I'm not looking at it
Put your-
objectively.
Don't look at it objectively.
Put your attentions in the right place and just understand that it's not
No,
about
it's
Lower
still-
your gaze. No.
Bro, the whole picture is like that. What are you talking about? It's literally a bikini
it's
picture.
her in a
You
bikini.
can't lower your gaze anywhere.
It's her in a bikini. Obviously it's not like top tier lighting and it's not like
Describe it
whatever.
to it. Describe it to the
Honestly,
listening
her
audience
body
anyways.
looks really good. Like personally, I think it looks great.
It's a bikini photo taken on the
regular
Motorola Razr.
Yeah, it's just like a not super like high quality photo, and maybe her face doesn't look like all of her Instagram
Did she
pictures.
clock her grandma after that? Like, you don't know I photoshopped my pics. You
So-
can't be throwing this up, grandma.
Right. So there was this huge problem that happened where Khloe and her family basically sent all these things to scrub this picture and clear from the internet, right? And so people were like, okay, like Khloe, like, and they pulled up pictures of her from that same day, and they're like, this picture was taken the same day.
Amber, stop showing me the
Okay.
pics. I don't need to see the pics.
Okay, I was just trying
Just
to.
describe the
Yeah,
situation.
Faraz is unable to control himself.
Basically, the picture that she posted herself was a lot smoother. It had
Show
like,
us on the picture. Let me see how.
more
Let me see his
sharper
control.
features.
Okay.
You know, it was just sharper features, better lighting, all that type of stuff. So then everybody started getting on Khloe, like, oh, Khloe, you're trying to get this thing removed from the internet and da 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 da, right? So then Khloe went and she posted a live video.
Shah-Ameer, are you looking up the pictures?
I'm looking at her grandma's Instagram. Is this? I don't know if this is her official Instagram.
MJ?
Is it? It only has like 1,800 followers.
Mary Jo, yeah, that seems like it's her, but I don't know if that's her.
No
official
way,
Instagram.
1,800.
Yeah, it's not that.
No, it's verified, isn't it?
No, that's not verified.
I mean,
don't
her
know.
name is Mary Jo, so yeah.
It's a random.
So, anyways, she went ahead and posted on her Instagram this video of her live, right? Because people were like, oh, like she photoshops everything, nothing's real, blah, 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 blah. So she posted a live video of her body. And she's like, hey guys, this is me. And she put out a statement with it too. I guess because she heard. She's like, hey guys, this is me and my body unretouched and unfiltered. The photo that was posted this week is beautiful, but someone who has struggled with their body image their whole life, when someone takes a photo of you that isn't flattering, in bad lighting, or doesn't capture your body the way it is after working hard to get to that point, then it shares to the whole world. You have every right to ask for it to be not shared, regardless of who you are. In truth, the pressure, constant ridicule, judgment my entire life to be perfect and meet other standards of how I should look has been too much to bear. Khloe, quote unquote, Khloe's the fat sister. Khloe's the ugly sister. Her dad must be different or not the real dad because she looks so different. The only way she could have lost weight was because of surgery. Should I go on? Then she goes on to say that for over a decade, she's been like microanalyzed and always compared to her sisters, and that she's always felt that pressure. And she ended off by saying that she loves a good filter, good lighting, edit here and there, and she likes getting glammed. At the end of the day, my body, my image, and how I choose to look and what I want to share is my choice. It's not for anyone to decide what is acceptable or not anymore. So it sparked this conversation online of, is Khloe allowed to use that excuse of, I've been constantly compared to these higher beauty standards and my sisters and da 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 da, when the
created them
Kardashians themselves are the ones who created the beauty standards without disclosing the fact that they have had work done. What is your guys' opinion?
Who cares?
Do you think that the Kardashians have the right to complain about something like that when they have been active in creating beauty
They have the right to
standards?
do whatever they want.
Mm-hmm.
By people, talking about it and caring about it, and then, sparking this conversation in the first place.
Mm-hmm.
We're giving them that value, and making this whole thing like a bigger deal than it is. People do that. Like, it's not just the Kardashians. People do that.
Mm-hmm.
If you have an image, we got a photographer in our community that shows up at every event. He's snapping photos and taking unflattering photos all the time. I'll be eating a burger or something, like mid eating, he's taking photos and stuff. Those photos are up. And yeah, like I wouldn't have posted that, but it's like, okay, yeah, like that's me eating. Oh, well, I look like that, but I also look like this. I also have some really great photos where it's superposed and, like things around it are photoshopped or whatever else. And all of that exists. You know what I mean? Like it's up to you to decide, how you carry yourself And if that's going to affect you, I think people should be looking at more at that. Like, how does this affect me rather than like, oh, what does this mean for Khloe? Is she allowed to do that? Is she not allowed to? Because she's going to feel how she feels.
I think that's a good conversation though, because if the Kardashians are the ones who have created the beauty standards, at least for the last decade or two, the ones that are creating the small waist, big body that is unrealistic to the general population, and then to go turn around and say that, you know, here, like, you guys are like coming at me for wanting this picture clean on the internet, but I have beauty standards to live up to. Well, you're the one who created them, and you're the one who's being compared to the beauty standards that you set.
Yeah. So now they can possibly see how it affects so many other people.
But
Exactly.
is it her specifically or the family? Because she might be pressured from the family.
Well, she also has done a lot of procedures, and she's also been, you know, done a lot of things, and they never disclose it. For example, when the Kardashians share a natural fresh face selfie, that does not include the Botox, the filler, the like thousands of dollars of facials that go into maintaining that skin. And then it sets up an example to the Gen Pop of, hey, this is a fresh face selfie and my skin is flawless. My like lips are always plush. My under eye bags aren't there. Like, there's a lot of filler in that face. There's a lot of all these things. So when you go back to say like, you guys compare me to everybody and I've always been compared in this way and that way, you guys are the reason why it's set. I think it's a fair debate.
She's clearly still struggling with insecurities.
For sure.
Well, there's also that, but think about it this way. Like, she is the individual. Like, that might be her small bit of speaking out on, hey, all this stuff that we're doing, you know, she's kind of a victim of it too. Because it might be the rest of the family. It might be the mother that's doing all this, putting all the kids through the trouble.
Well,
we don't know any of that.
Yeah.
Like speculation, of course,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
but-
And that's what we're like discussing now, is just based off of what we have. And I think it's fair to say that Khloe does get the most wrath for being the fat sister. You hear that all the time about Khloe, but it's also a good conversation to be like, well, you fed into those and you did those procedures and you did all of that. And so when you are compared, it's because those are the standards you set.
Yeah. I think again, like, if she's going through that, she's going through that.
Mhm.
That's her insecurity. That's her battle. If this is her way of coming out and like, either, you know, whether you see it as excusing it or having a reason for it, that's her business. And she's going to feel how she feels regardless.
Mhm.
I look at like any of these sisters from this family, anyone from this family, and I'm like, is there any benefit I get from this? Whether it be entertainment, comedy, business ideas, overall, just like how they are as people. And like Khloe, she happens to be funny. She does like,
Mhm.
you know, cool things, whatever. That's the only way that I'm, you know, I guess seeing her, whatever. But I'm not going to judge her for her battle.
Mhm.
You know, like everybody battles with appearance at different levels in different ways. And you get to a point where you're comfortable with yourself, and no matter where you're seen, how you're seen, and it's free, it's true freedom. Like, I don't know if I'm all the way there yet, but I can say like, I'm really happy that I'm at a place where I once was not, you know, like growing up, being different than everybody else, having features that seem embarrassing at the time to be like of South Asian descent, and then to be proud of it later on and not care about it at all and be like, yo, this is me and I love me and it's amazing. Like, that sort of thing is something that I know that not everybody has gone through or is at yet. Everybody's on their own journey.
Yeah.
When you step away from social media, like, it's a beautiful thing. Like, none of that stuff exists.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And-
but also you don't have like 50 million people who have seen you, compared you, seen your different faces and all of that. So it's a fair comparison to say that it doesn't affect you, and you're able to accept it. However, that like a huge part of her like persona is her look, her face.
That's what I'm saying.
That's what
Her
they have.
battle is
She's
different.
not a singer. She's
Yeah.
not an artist. She's not like
Yeah.
offering a talent. It is their looks. It is their like fashion and, you know, beauty inspo that they provide to the world that they're offering. That's all they really
Yeah,
have
I
to offer.
just don't like, there's no need to either be like, oh, I feel sorry for this, or that I like am against it because whatever. It's just like, it is what it is. These are conscious choices that they make.
Like an equivalent thing would be like if somebody constantly came at like compared like you and Shah-Ameer. like in
They
the
do.
public eye.
They
right.
do.
But
They're
times a million. And
They're like, you're
like,
better than Shah-Ameer. I'm like, yes.
Yeah,
this
but-
is factual. No.
but imagine
Ladies,
it's,
you're both pretty.
imagine there's like, for example, there's like 3 of us, right?
Yeah.
Imagine if one of us was constantly like, they are the worst one of them all. They are the worst one of, and that to us would be, you know, doing something that's creative. To them, that is their beauty.
I see like a huge similarity with like bodybuilders that take steroids. Like they'll inject themselves with steroids. They'll work out a ton. They'll look in their eyes like the best that they've ever looked. And then after, you know, a few years, they don't take it as often and they start looking like crap and they get super insecure, but then they start going to the gym and then they start wanting to take steroids more until it's like, it affects them deeply. And obviously they do it for show, for bodybuilding competitions, for pictures, all that stuff. Their whole brand and business is based off of how they look. And I see like, you know, a huge similarity between that. Like they've essentially built themselves to be dragged down in the future just so they can look good for a little bit.
Looks are something different than what you were describing though. You know, like if somebody says that they're the worst ones, what are they the worst ones as? As appearance? As
No, but that's what I'm saying.
talent?
It's
As
what you have to offer to the world, right?
Yeah.
That's the most valuable thing that she has to offer to the world.
so,
As a
so-
fan, like that's what a lot of them look at. It's like, what are the Kardashians? They are the like beauty and fashion icons. That's what they offer. So for us, it's like, okay, what are we offering? Imagine that thing that you're offering to the world being like scrutinized and you being the worst of your like group.
Yeah, Victoria's Secret
It's the
models,
game.
the modeling industry, all that. Now we're looking at it and we're like, hey, you don't have to be that skinny. You don't have to be this. So
And the plus size model was skinnier than me. She was.
Really?
Yeah, the plus size model they had.
is that inspirational?
No.
you plus size.
That's really sad. I've never ever thought of myself as plus size.
But it's moving in that direction, right?
No, Amber, I've definitely seen there's like some heavy girls that are like, you know, being showcased.
Not in Victoria's Secret.
Oh, not in Victoria's. Okay.
No, in Victoria's Secret,
But in other, like, why?
they said that they don't want fat people like to represent them because that's not who they're like marketing to.
Did anybody cancel Victoria's Secret? I feel like
they've
they canceled-
tried.
Okay.
They try. But they
But-
can't, right? It's
Yeah,
too
it's
big.
like Victoria's Secret's too well known.
I don't know, man. I guess like it's her brand, so it makes sense that like, you know, it affects her brand negatively or whatever. But when it comes to things that affect you mentally so bad, like that, if that's not good for you to begin with, then is it worth it?
Yeah.
We will find out in the afterlife.
There we go.
The truth.
Yeah.
Is that what you wanted out of the conversation?
I just wanted to see your guys' point of view because I saw a lot of like celebrities and like even like Andrew Schultz and stuff brought it up on his podcast. Like,
Oh,
you know,
yeah,
like,
yeah.
are-
Oh,
like
they'd be roasting her.
yeah,
Yeah,
they're
like-
flaming.
like, you know, and it's a huge conversation on TikTok too. And I'm kind of stuck in the middle. So I just wanted to bring it to
Oh,
the
you're
podcast.
in the middle.
I'm hardcore in the middle because like I'm playing that side of, you know, that extreme so I can bring it to the podcast and, you know, maybe
Yeah.
the audience can, you know, give their feedback as well. Because I do see how you want to, she didn't solely create it. It was her sister's and now she has to be as good. Like I feel really bad for Rob Kardashian.
I just noticed you have the crying Kim socks
Oh
on.
yeah, I do have the crying Kim socks on. Yeah. But
All
like,
of them.
yeah, I would feel so bad for Rob, like too, you know, it's
Why? Because he's like not the attractive one.
He-
or
has like severe depression and like stays out of the public eye and stuff too because of the fact that he doesn't keep up with the Kardashians. He can't keep up with the Kardashians keeping it. No, okay.
With anything you do in life, if you don't have balance, moderation, these things, it will affect you.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what happens. And so anybody who is like going down this beauty industry lane, I think it's important to be aware of what are, you know, the risks of it. Just like any other, you know, thing that you do. Us, you know, as creators, having our stuff be out there in the public, we have to be ready for scrutiny, for criticism, for all of that.
Yeah.
This is what we signed up for. But also having a balance where I can shut it all off when I'm at my house, spending time with my family, when I'm with loved ones in the community, doing anything good, where I don't have to pull out a camera, where I don't have to do anything but be in the present moment.
Yeah.
And knowing that this is who I am. and not who I have, shown myself to be. And if I have shown myself to be a certain way, if that's my brand, if it's affecting me to a level where I have to change myself or people perceive me differently, then I need to take a step back and reevaluate the things that I am consciously deciding to be a part of. Because nobody gets to decide it at the end of the day but you. And if you let it get that far, then you have to kind of take responsibility for that as well. Yeah. And what, like by
the
Khloe,
persona that you put out too.
By Khloe saying the message that she has, this is going to negatively affect little girls as well, where they're going to say, oh, it's okay because she is beauty.
And even in the statement to say that what she has done, she worked for, you're making it seem like your body was attainable. It is not. That was work. That was money. This was her opportunity to say, hey, like I have, done so many things to try to fit in, and I know what it's like to feel the pressure, but instead you say, I work so hard to get where I am and be in the figure that I am, and it all paid off. And
isn't it like you work hard to get the money to buy those things? Isn't that like also a way of working hard too?
For sure, but the statement that she makes, or the way that I took it, was I worked hard to make my body the way it is, to have this flat stomach and this voluptuous butt and like whatever. Your proportions aren't normal. They're not. And it's impossible for most people. If you want to look at a natural body, and it's funny because people have the most to say about this person, it's Megan Thee Stallion. The reason why she's able to have those proportions is because she does have some, like, she isn't like caving in at the stomach. She isn't having the thinnest arms and then like a diaper butt. Like, that's a realistic picture.
Diaper butt.
Yeah, like
an ant butt.
Yeah, that's a realistic person is Megan Thee Stallion. That's no work. That's all natural. But you here got a lot of work done, and then you say that it was only attainable through the hard work that you did.
Shout out to the Kardashians, man. I hope they find peace for real. I hope more than them, I hope that everybody who cares about them finds more peace. These are weird times, and constantly I'm seeing people just fighting with each other, and maskers, anti-maskers just going at each other online and stuff. I hope everybody finds peace. I hope everybody finds some love within themselves as well, and spread love. It's Ramadan for everybody who's observing.
Yes.
Go out there and just really, if like this guy on our Discord, shout out to the Ronapono Discord the other day. He was just like, some kid was just like, I'm hungry. And I felt it a little bit too when he said it. And I just remembered something that, somebody really awesome told me one time. It was like, when you feel hungry, think about someone else who might be hungry and feed them. If you can do it locally, do it locally. If you can make a donation, make a donation. Or if you can't do any of that, if you can't afford it, make a prayer for them. And immediately you feel less hungry and you feel better about yourself. Don't post it online. Don't worry about sharing it. Just do it. And if that controls your hunger a little bit, it'll help you appreciate. It'll help you live in the moment. And life will be better. Like, find peace, people. Like, we need to find peace. We don't have to find answers to all these things that we can't control. So
khutbah by for us.
That's my Ramadan spiel. I'm still alive after all of Amber's roza breath, but we did it. We made it.
We made it.
Spread love. All right.
There we go.
Thank you for listening to another episode of Strange Flavors. It's been another week.
Another flavor.
A little less stranger.
We'll talk to you next time.
That's what you do.